your tears back. We put the bang and bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the board. So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down.
It's week 4 of the 2022 season, and we've got the rookie Christian Watson. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Packers and the Patriots, and it's all up next.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And look at this, right away a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Jones looking to throw right away. And this one is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Jones, rush coming, and he's taken down. Quay Walker in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way, now in his 18th year in the National Football League. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Quick slant to Watson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking at the numbers last week for Watson. 8 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Hey, pick 26. Get 300. Get 300. Pick 30.
On first down, Rodgers. They'll complete this one to Watson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
26. Hey, 88.
From the 44, Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. So first and 10 now from the 30.
50. 50.
To throw, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Hey, pick 26. Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers again now. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They just got to go seize it.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete to Doubs. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Throw right side, hauled in by Doubs. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard.
Hey, 626. Get 300.
Rodgers. And it's caught. And the Packers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points. So that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Now tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing, Jones. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now Jones. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers now to throw. Completes it again to Dobbs. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers over the middle here. It's hauled in by Watson. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 26. Rodgers to throw once more. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So that drive 7 plays in length. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that's complete downfield to Parker. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers continue to pull away here this first half. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Parker.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones completes it to Aguilar. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Off play action. Jones. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive.
And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off.
And the Patriots will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming out. They just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception
ensue.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Jones can't get away, and he's taken down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. A final shot before break. Jones. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Bears who come in.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've got the lead as they begin this drive 1st and 10, trying to forget about that loss last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Rodgers. And this one's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Hey, you block over here.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing is Rodgers. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Yeah, 330. That's it.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly. stopped before he could even get started. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The deep.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing.
Well, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a...
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Devontae Parker, 31 yards. And the Pats take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Devontae Parker able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. We'll get another look at Devontae Parker and the Patriot offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but some offense is what can get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Jones, complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Jones now on 1st down. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing, Jones. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jacoby Myers, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Get 300! Get 300! Take 30!
Now Rodgers.
Quick slant to Watson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
26! Excellent!
Now it's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
88. Inside. 150.
Rodgers now to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
New England's offense set to go. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here's Jones throwing on first down and caught by Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
But this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted,
touchdown, Packers! Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Packers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
Crosby with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Taking on the midfield logo. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone.
Back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Henry's got it out on the left side.
And he will have the Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And this is Parker, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagna, a little extra on top.